Welcome back, everyone. In this video, we're going to discuss the ending of Stranger Things Season 4. The Volume 2 of Season 4 consisted of only two episodes, 8 and 9, but these two episodes collectively run for a whopping 4 hours. A whole bunch of Easter eggs and references and Season 5 setup tease and what's going on with Vecna are to be deciphered. Stay tuned as we break these down. Let's start at the very beginning with episode 8 titled Papa, which is a reference to Dr. Brenner, whom all the children in his experiments called him, including 11 and Vecna/Henry/number 1. This episode is all about Brenner's role in shaping what's happening right now with Vecna and morphing the real dimension itself. Vecna wants to basically absorb the main dimension, reshape it to his whim, and be the ruler of it all using Mind Flare. It can be seen that Dr. Brenner did die for real this time on the shootout with the military. I know, he seemed dead in the previous season yet made a comeback, but this time it's gonna stick. Especially with the series heading into the final season, Season 5, a couple of major character kills are sure to happen. Eddie's death was a pretty big blow on the fans, whereas Dr. Brenner's death wasn't much to cry over. 4 chimes, 4 kills, 4 microgates. What's with all the number 4? Now, the episode starts with Vecna showing Nancy his vision, which shakes her up pretty bad. The vision does come to pass at the end of episode 9. The main focal point of the gate turns out to be the middle of the town. Of course, as Vecna did say, he would start with Hawkins and move on to the rest of the world. Max is meant to be the last kill that brings forth all of Vecna's plan into motion. In the last episode, episode 9, we can see that Max dies putting Vecna's plan into motion. 11 does something holding Max's hand, and just like that, we come to a new scene. In the finale, we discover that there was never any Mind Flayer villain creature. The Mind Flayer was simply a sentient black cloud living in the Upside Down. But in came Vecna, who mind-controlled it and through it everything else, weaponizing Demogorgons and Mind Flayer, sending them after 11 in the main dimension. So it was, in fact, Vecna all along, pulling the strings from Season 1 till now, trying to get back to the main dimension. Episode 9, titled The Piggyback, is a reference to 11 entering into Max's mindspace using her memory through a pizza dough freezer, a mindspace shortcut, to fight Vecna. But that is not all it refers to. It also symbolizes Vecna using 11's power to enter the main dimension. Vecna's plan is about combining the Upside Down dimension and main dimension into one, turning everything into a version of the Upside Down which Vecna would be able to control due to his hive mind connection. The reason why some half of the Upside Down looks just like Hawkins is due to what happened with the Mother Gate. When 11 opened one in Season 1, it caused the two dimensions to overlap. The idea of the finale is that the main gate will open up so far that the dimensions will fully overlap, morphing everything into one type, the Upside Down, except the humans who will be able to walk the combined dimension as themselves and not as Demogorgons. Because the actors are aging up very fast, their plan is to have a much bigger time jump between Season 4 and 5, so I assume we can see way more of Hawkins being turned into the Upside Down in Season 5. The vast majority of the episode is about 11 finding Max, saving her and defeating Vecna. In the end, even though the destruction was blamed upon natural disaster, the media still continues to blame the Hellfire Club for the mysteries despite not knowing anything about the Vecna, Upside Down, and Demogorgons. It seems this will continue into Season 5 with the Hellfire Club members being fugitives. During the monologue with 11 in the final episode, Vecna mentions that it was her, 11, who made him realize his full potential. Vecna's body disappears after the fight with Nancy, Robin, and Steve, which tells us that Vecna is still alive and will return. The episode ends with Will being the first to notice something is very, very wrong, and he mentions that he can still feel his presence, which is Vecna's presence everywhere. With an ending after the ending, we can see all the repercussions of the Master Gate opening. The California group makes it back, the Russia group makes it back, Lucas is in hospital reading Stephen King's The Talisman to Max, whose plot is meant to be similar in commentary to what's happening in Stranger Things. Robin seems like she's going to wind up going out with Vicky, whilst Dustin memorializes Eddie by describing him as a hero to his uncle. Eleven and Hopper are moving back into the shack as she still needs to hide out. In the very end of the final episode, we can see across Hawkins there is a colliding of two universes, and the bizarre dust from the Upside Down is now appearing in Hawkins, and this scene acts more like an end credit scene, a teaser for season 5. Why is the Upside Down stuck on November 6, 1983? How exactly does the victims of Vecna create a portal between the two dimensions? Where did the Upside Down even come from? Well, I guess since it's fiction, not all questions will be answered in the final season, but we hope some will. Thank you for staying till the end and tune in for the next video.